X-Men is a long-storied comic book franchise that has spawned off many video games and movies, but we're a video game website, so in this first edition of Retrospective, let's take a look at the X-Men beginnings when it came to the video game market. The very first X-Men game to come out was the Uncanny X-Men for the Nintendo Entertainment System in December of 1989 by LJN. The Uncanny X-Men may remind some of the Gauntlet series, where the camera is up above your head and you have to make it to the end of the said stage. However, as many fans of the not only X-Men know, but of the NES know, the Uncanny X-Men was not a very good game. It starred 6 different playable X-Men, which include Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler, and Iceman. However, it can be said that only the range X-Men are useful, as Wolverine and Colossus are limited to punching. Really, the only redeeming part of this game, and it's also its biggest downfall, is the fact that it is co-op all the time, which is great if you're with someone else, but having a computer play the other mutant is just asking for death. While certainly not the best X-Men game, it'll always be remembered as the first. X-Men Madness in Murder World, also simply known as X-Men, is a computer game for DOS, Commodore 64, and Amiga systems, and it was also released in 1989, except this time by Paragon Software. This is the second in the long line of X-Men games. Your job? Save Professor X as he has been kidnapped in this DOS computer classic. You'll be going through different places and maze-like levels, with mostly standard fare of X-Men. Along with Wolverine, Cyclops, Colossus, Storm, and Nightcrawler comes newcomer Dazzler. Most people consider Madness in Murder Town an average game, and for good reason. Gamers in general thought the sound was a bit annoying, also and the graphics were average, though the maze levels and puzzles in the game gave it quite the variety that the X-Men needed. X-Men 2: The Fall of Mutants was released in 1990 also by Paragon Studios, exclusively for the DOS home computer this time. This marks the second and last game made by Paragon Studios in the X-Men franchise. In X-Men 2, you can choose 5 different mutants from 15 different mutants. Holy cow! This was a serious jump up from the first 2 games in the series, which only had 6 playable characters in both. You can choose from the giant roster of Archangel, Beast, Colossus, Cyclops, Dazzler, Havoc, Iceman, Marvel Girl, Nightcrawler, Longshot, Phoenix, Psylocke, Shadowcat, Rogue, and finally Wolverine. Wow, that's a lot of different characters to choose from. The gameplay in Fall of the Mutants is actually broken up into 2 sectors. One is the regular levels where you must traverse, and there's also 2 different kinds of combat. The first being a turn-based battle, and the other being more like an arcade fighter. This again brought a brand new playstyle to the X-Men games, which was really needed. Anyways, that's all we have time for today. However, if you like this video, leave a comment and subscribe. Next time we'll be taking a look at one of the best arcade beat-em-ups ever made.